We didn't get any of these views on the way in because it was so cloudy.
Look at her go. This is so great. Oh. Elusive marmot, also known as the whistler. See what I just did? It's looking for its mate.
In August of 2021, we drove more than 9,000 kilometers from Vancouver, BC to the Yukon and back. One of the highlights of our road trip was a 5-day backcountry trek in Tombstone Territorial Park. Voilà. Ensuite, on va aller jusque là. On va faire une out and back. On va venir ici. Camper. Et on descend. That's it. Tombstone Territorial Park is a 2,200 square kilometer area of protected wilderness, offering stunning views of tundra landscape, incredibly rugged peaks, and home to abundant wildlife. The park lies within the traditional territory of the Trondakwachin First Nation and is a legacy of the Land Claim Agreement. It is managed in collaboration between the territorial government and the Trondakwachin First Nation, with particular efforts on protection and preservation.
These mountains are so large, it's hard to understand how big they are. It is so incredibly wide and tall. Huge.
The park offers a wide range of hiking opportunities, including a 48-kilometer backcountry circuit. On day 1, we hiked 12 kilometers up to Grizzly Lake, with 750 meters of elevation gain. The first 3 kilometers were relatively flat. Then we left the trees and started climbing to the ridge on fully exposed terrain. We reached the highest point on the ridge after about 4 kilometers of climbing. After that, the trail started to gradually descend into a valley for another 5 kilometers or so. The trail was very rarely smooth and packed. We traveled mainly on loose gravel and shale, with frequent areas of boulders and rock hopping. Eventually, we made it to Grizzly Lake in a little over 5 hours. Because of the very delicate tundra vegetation covering most of the valley floor, camping is only permitted on tent pads in the designated campgrounds. Camping in Bear Country 101. You want all of your food in the bear canister. And then everything's in Ziploc bags. So you can keep the smell contained. It even has toiletry. And then these are gonna go into the little bear cache boxes near the cooking tents. So you don't keep that in your tent, you put it far away. So that's protection for yourself and for the bear.
Mostly for the bear.
Mostly for the bear. There are 2 cooking tents and tables near the lake, along with bear caches. All foods must be prepared there and stored in the caches to avoid attracting wildlife to the sleeping areas, especially bears.
Heated. Super warm. Can't breathe.
Tonight on the menu we have 3 cheese, mac and cheese, with 3 kinds of cheese. And as a side, we have a mountain chili with chili. On day 2, we hiked to Divide Lake, going over Glissade Pass. With only 6 kilometers to cover, it was a shorter day. But going over the pass involved ascending, then descending 450 meters of elevation, just over a couple kilometers.
This would be challenging with the regular trail running pack. Add 50 pounds and you're getting a fun day. Both of us are pretty strong and we're pretty used to doing stuff like this, but wow. This one is a kick in the nuts. Bam. I think we've gone halfway up the first ascent, hopefully. The second half is gonna be a doozy. Oh boy. That's the most fun I've had in a while. That's for sure. The way uphill is just a massive workout. It's not really hard. It's just a big push. Legs are burning, lungs are burning, slipping. Hot diggity. What a day. I just crossed a hiker who told me that it was snowing up there, which I guess means it's not raining, so neat. And she said it would be nice for pictures, which again, super. What a day. Trick about these is to stay positive. I could be doing something I don't like right now. I'm doing something I love, so I can't complain about that. Beautiful day. Whoa. We appear to be at the top of Glissade Pass. We're on the ridge. Look at her go. She's so fast. This is so great. Oh. There's no effort to go forward. The effort is just on the quads to slow down, because if you go too hard, if you go down too fast, you're gonna go down really fast. This is where all the training we've done for those races and all those runs and all those stupid workouts that we keep doing all the time, this is where they all pay off, because going down this thing is actually super easy. So slippery, but it's pretty muddy and looks like cement, so it's actually very grapey, so not to worry about it.
Pretty fun downhill. This will be fun to come back up in a couple of days.
Just made it to Divide Lake. Absolutely insane mountain range. Just us. Nobody else around.
On the third day, the weather forecast proved to be quite accurate, and we woke up to clear skies. It was perfect timing for an easy day of hiking as we left our big packs behind and set off for a 12-kilometer out and back to Talus Lake. This was the easiest section of the circuit, with only a couple hundred meters of elevation gain over 6 kilometers. The views that day were really stunning, with the jagged peaks of Tombstone Mountain as our backdrop for most of the way. We had lunch at the Talus Lake campground, then spent a bit of time exploring around the lake shores, before making our way back to Divide. On day 4, it was time to head back to Grizzly Lake. The forecast was right again, and we braced ourselves for a very wet day, hiking back over Glissade Pass.
We're going there this morning. The pass is somewhere over there. It's gonna be wet.
We're on the way back from Divide Lake to Grizzly Lake, and we've got about 4.5 kilometers of this. So then we'll have half a kilometer up on Scree and then another kilometer down in the mud. So yeah, that's the plan for today.
Too easy going down on the mud. Like it's nothing.
We covered the first 4 kilometers pretty quickly, then started to climb.
It's fun. It's not slippery at all.
So the trail's been pretty smooth so far, but there's a few of these little bouldery, rocky areas to navigate, which in the rain can be a bit slippery, but looks like Brice is making it through no problem.
There we go. It's slippery as all hell. Oh yeah, also the rocks are not stable. Obviously, you never know when you're going to step on a rock if it's going to be steady or wobbly. It's the fun part. Also, it's raining. Did I mention it's raining? It's raining a bit. Camera's a bit wet. Sad piece of gear though. This thing. It'll take any kind of weather.
Should we do a quick little refuel break before we start climbing? So what do we got? Some nut bars.
Bars. These will save your day. Rocket fuel and a bar.
Mine is peanut butter and chocolate, and really great. They work really well. Always boost me up.
Up she goes. All the way there. Campground is at the same elevation as us right now. Just on the other side of this thing. it. So we have to go up and down again on the other side. One foot in front of the other. Slow and steady. We should be up this thing in a few minutes. There's nothing to it. Look at her, she's already halfway up.
That wasn't really horrible. I don't know where we're going up there. So, you can keep going. After you.
Not a lot of people around here. Pretty quiet morning so far. More flat terrain.
I mean, the view is just quite spectacular, regardless of the weather. Also a good excuse for a little break. Brice, making it look easy. You almost switched backs. Not too far. Ooh. There we go. Summit. This is how far we've come. All the way from like around the bottom there. Whew. Nice. Feels good to be out here.
Thank you, Glissade Pass, for allowing us to go through today. It is beautiful up here. We're now going back down to the campsite. There's a lake somewhere. Oh, this is definitely faster on the way down than it was on the way up 2 days ago. If we manage to stay on our feet, it should take very little time.
Yep. This slippage starts.
Oh boy. Slippery, slippery, slippery. So slippery.
Brice is going for the rocky section rather than the slip and slide section. I mean, it seems to be working. Maybe I should do the same. Whoa, maybe not. You okay?
The elusive marmot, also known as the whistler. See what I just did? It's looking for its mate.
Good job messing around with the wildlife.
Marmot is now confused. A job well done.
Alright, made it down the slippery slope on this side of the pass. And really close to the campsites. You can see the little tents in the back there. That's probably about like, I don't know, less than a kilometer.
There we go, another successful hike back to Grizzly campground. This one was significantly faster than the other days. Probably because we didn't stop as much for photos and such, and we got her done. Beauty of a day. Now it's time for a snack.
Alright,
Home.
is this home?
Home for tonight. A rock or a tent pad.
And a view.
And
All right. On our last morning in Tombstone, we woke up to a dusting of snow on the peaks around us. Bye-bye, Tombstone. It's been fun. This is the pass we came through yesterday. Pretty glad we did it when it was dry. And go toward the clear sky. Or a clear ice. The freezing temperatures meant that the terrain was a bit more slippery than before. After this unfortunate dip in the creek, I had to do a bit of a gear reset. Then we continued on our way. Luckily, it looked like we might be able to get a glimpse at the views that eluded us on the way in. We didn't get any of these views on the way in because it was so cloudy. This is pretty exciting. This is beautiful.
It's been snowing this morning on the mountains. It's getting a bit tricky on the boulders because now they're frozen instead of wet, but it works. We're making good progress and we'll be at the car in no time, I reckon. A few more hours of this and we'll be out of here. I should specify there's snow here. It is August 21st. As in June, July, August. One of those summer months. I don't even want to know how it is, what it is like here in December. It must be beautiful, but wow. Cold.
I can actually see the camp from here. Grizzly Lake Camp. Even though we're probably about 7 kilometers out. It's beautiful. Really, really spectacular. Still a little ways to go. About 6 kilometers. Back to the parking lot. Last section of the trail on the ridge. And it's more or less all downhill from here.
Oh, yeah. That's it. 4 nights in the backcountry of Tombstone. Absolutely stunning experience. Completely surreal views. Cold nights outside of the sleeping bag, very warm in the sleeping bag. Snow, rain, sunshine, everything you can think of we got. Loved it, loved every second of it.